Today we are going to make an example for Spring Security. We are going to use Eclipse IDE and we will show how Spring is securing our web application. First, let's open Eclipse. I will create a new web application. Choose Java project or actual project and type here web, and you will see dynamic web project in this wizard, new project wizard. Select dynamic web project and the name of the project will be Spring Security. Choose default source folder. Click generate web XML deployment descriptor for your web application and then finish. Eclipse is going to create the empty framework for our application. Now when you open the project, you will see Eclipse has created this directory source empty and the library is Java 1.8 and web content the web XML file. I'm going to convert this project to a Maven project. Here choose the configure and then convert to Maven project. It is going to create a POM file. I will choose the default values here. The group ID Spring Security, artifact ID Spring Security, packaging war, and the others default, and finish. Now it's creating the POM file for Maven. When you look at the POM file, it is actually just having Maven compiler plugin. There are no dependencies. The first thing we will do is we are going to change the POM file. Here we are going to use Spring Framework dependencies. I will copy these dependencies. Under packaging war, I'm coming and pasting these values. The version that I'm going to use, I'm writing them in properties at the top. Now here, if you check the Spring Framework version 4.1.6, actually now there are newer versions that you may use. And Spring Security version is for all one release. There are also newer versions. What we need is, we need Spring Core, Spring Web, Spring Web MVC artifacts, Spring Security Web, Spring Security Config, and for the web application, JavaX Servlet, JavaX Servlet JSP API, and JSTL. These are the dependencies that we need. I'm going to save them. And as you see on the bottom, the workspace is built. And if we check the libraries, the Maven dependencies are downloaded. You can check here. Spring Core, Common, Spring Web, Spring Aspect Oriented Beans, Context, Web MVC, and here are the versions. Spring Security, Aspect Oriented, Spring Security Core, Config. So this is the first step. The first step is, if we write here, first, what you should do is create dynamic web project in Eclipse. Second one, convert it to a Maven project and configure pom XML file with Spring and web artifact dependencies. These are the 3 steps that we have done until now. Now, our next step will be to create our first class. Here, I'm going to create a package, new package. The first thing is our web app and configuration. This is our package. Now the first class will be, if you go, it will be security configuration. We are going to configure the users and we are going to configure the URLs of the application. I'm coming here under this package. I'm creating a new class. The class name is security configuration. In this file, I'm going to explain what we are doing. This is a security configuration file. In the first method here, you are seeing the configure global security, which is getting an authentication manager builder. And inside this method, the authentication manager builder is configuring the authentication manager with the usernames Adam and super user, 2 users, and usernames passwords Adam123, super123, and the users roles are configured. So these are in-memory authentication. Actually, you can change it to LDAP authentication or database authentication. In this example, we are going to do in-memory authentication. In the second method, we are defining the URLs and the permissions. Which URLs are permitted and which URLs are secured. Here, the first thing is we are authorizing the request. If it is coming to the root or the home directory, we are permitting all of them. And for the admin folder, only access is given to the people with role with admin. And for the login page, we are defining the login, and the parameters in the login page are defined as single sign-on ID and password. And also we are enabling the here cross-reference function and exception handling. We are going to define them, explain them later. And exception handling is for the not authorized users.